It's been a minute, and it's been too long. Volleyball back in the MAC and in Muncie. The Akron Zips are in town. We think everybody's smiling under those masks. It's the Ball State Cardinals and the Akron Zips. Volleyball. Everybody take a deep breath. I'm Jack McMullen. That's the former Red Hawk Katie Tomasic. And Katie, we've waited a long time. Everybody's waited a long time. Over 400 days since the last MAC volleyball game. But we get to see it again. Different season, but it just feels good to say that we can see it.
Yeah, it is going to be an unconventional season, that is for sure. So a season normally played in the fall is now in the spring this year. And a new dynamic is these teams will be facing each other back-to-back on these weekends.
New dynamic, steady face for Akron. We'll highlight the senior Emily Wigand, who is the only All-MAC returner for the Zips, and she is steady, to steal that word from head coach Tom Hanna.
Yeah, and talking with Coach Hanna earlier this week, he constantly referenced how calm and collected Emily was as a player. And that's so important as a setter. You can really settle your team in. You
bring that cool nature for Emily Wigand. Counter that with some fire from the MAC Freshman of the Year from a year ago. Natalie Reese is back. If this season were played on time in the fall, Ball State wouldn't have Reese, but she's healthy and ready to go for a heck of a spring.
Yeah, she really made her impact on the MAC her freshman year, and I'm looking for her to be the spark plug for her team and get them off to a strong start this season.
We mentioned the overwhelming youth on Ball State side.
Yes.
They lost two fantastic seniors in Kate Avila and Amber Seaman, but you know, Akron's trying to replace two of their three leading scorers from a year ago in Ashley Richardson and Elliot Karsner.
Yeah, I'd say every team kind of faces the challenge of filling the holes of their seniors, especially when those seniors are so impactful, and it kind of just comes with the territory each year. You can't go into the next season thinking it's going to be kind of a rinse and repeat. You have to go into preseason, work out the kinks, find the difficulties, and really attack that head on, because no season is the same. I mean, even when I played, my class was 7 people at times, and a lot of us kind of held consistent positions, but we still had to rework it every single year.
It's like the conveyor belt, right? You've got a conveyor belt coming in of new freshmen every year, seniors at different times, but it's like the Drake and Josh sushi conveyor belt where it speeds up sometimes, and
yes.
You have 7 seniors departing. Some years you've got 2, so it's like stop and go.
Exactly. It's predictable in the nature of you know who's leaving, but unpredictable in how you're going to fill those gaps.
Right. Especially now across all college sports, transfers are becoming more of a thing.
Yep. The puzzle pieces can change, so you might be building a completely different puzzle.
It's a senior that dropped it in, though, Kaya Holder.
I'm really excited for this season for Kaya. I think she ended her last season, obviously, as MAC tournament MVP. I think she's kind of a workhorse for Ball State. She may not be as flashy, but it looks like she finds ways to get it done, and every team needs that consistent workhorse.
It might have been one of the best things to happen to Ball State as Akron snuck it on the sideline. To have Kaya Holder show up and show out like she did in the MAC tournament, right?
Exactly.
Because you're losing those 2 seniors that we keyed in on. You're losing 3 senior starters. But for Holder to step up as a junior and have the MAC tournament she did.
Says, we're going to be fine next year.
Right, it's so important. Holder drops it in again. Want to keep talking about her?
Yeah, and that's a really smart play. She took some big swings. And for this one, she came inside, so she's actually an outside hitter, but they pulled her in to like the middle of the court, and then she tipped it back out.
Holder keeps picking apart Akron. Adleta has a chance and shoots it a little bit long.
And I honestly think Akron has good pieces. I still think they're working on putting those pieces together, because they have some great offense in Athleta, and I think they have some great serving at moments. They're just trying to get them all to turn on at the same time.
Plitt drops it onto the top of the net, and the touch doesn't find the deck. Stark fishes it out. Hard contact, but a nice dig by Plitz. Holder with the boom.
And that's something you can always have on the court. So Ball State had some great defensive effort, which allowed them to put a nice in-system set out to Holder, who just hammered the ball in. And you can always put in 100% defensive effort. It doesn't matter if you are the #1 digger for your team or not. Everyone can give 100% effort, and I liked what Ball State just did right there.
Match point for the Cards.
Zoe Conway.
The Newcastle native Zoe Conway serves.
She tries to drop it short there.
Hard swing, it's out, and Ball State takes the opener in straight sets.
Cardinals take it 25-12 and win this match 3-0.
They wave, no handshakes.
Yeah, no handshakes this year, just waving.
You'll see him tomorrow. It's okay.
Yep.
Final thoughts before we wrap up, Katie?
I'm excited to see tomorrow's match. I think tonight we saw both teams kind of elevate their game through the course of the match, and I expect they'll both be building on that tomorrow.
It was 25-12 in set 3, dominated by the power and the finesse of Ball State. Take the third set 25-12. So for Katie Tomasic, I'm Jack McMullen saying so long for More Than Arena. Final score, Ball State 3, Akron 0. All games airing on the ESPN networks or streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Talk to you tomorrow.